Hello everyone, my name is Ariana and I'm excited to share with you my educational innovation. Now I want you to think of a time in your life where you were so overwhelmed by your own emotions you didn't know what to do or who to call. You were stuck between fight or flight or even freeze. Well, I believe that with my educational innovation we could stop this problem at an earlier stage in life at elementary school ages. I care deeply about equity in mental health and education, especially for students who don't always have the resources they need to manage these things like anxiety, trauma, or stress. My big problem is that mental health education and support aren't equally accessible to all students, regardless of their demographic, regardless of the place they live, regardless of their parents' status. Many youth are silently struggling. Schools don't always offer a safe or familiar way to talk about these emotions. I believe mental health should be a part of everyday learning in a way that feels safe, relatable, and consistent. The learning theory I'm using today and going to be applying is cognitivism. This theory focuses on how people absorb, store, and process information. It emphasizes attention, memory schemas like mental folders we use to organize knowledge, and metacognition, which is the ability to reflect on how it is that we learn. In Bronfenbrenner's bioecological model, I apply this at a microsystem level, which includes schools and classrooms, where students develop both academically and emotionally. Now, to tackle my big problem, I would create a weekly mental health circle within the classroom. These circles would give students space to explore emotions through things like stories, music, journaling, and open discussion. Using scaffolding, teachers could guide students from identifying emotions to learning about them and coping strategies, and eventually to reflecting on their own mental health journeys. This models metacognition in action. We would use real-life scenarios and visuals to connect with the students' pre-existing schemas and make the lessons more meaningful and memorable. These tools would help improve attention, memory, and because they relate to students' lived experiences. To bring this idea to life, we would need some materials like journals, art supplies, calming visuals like emotional charts or storybooks. I've seen this applied in a lot of classrooms already, predominantly in the SPED classrooms, but I feel that if this was applied in all classrooms, it would be beneficial. We'd also need training for teachers to facilitate these circles using scaffolding and cognitivist strategies. Funding would help cover resources, training sessions, and time planning for these activities. Having these things in place would make mental health education more consistent, engaging, and accessible to all students, especially those who don't always feel like they have that support at home. Thank you for listening. I believe this approach can make a real difference for students who are often overlooked in the system when it comes to mental health. I'm asking for your support, whether it's through funding, resources, or bringing new ideas to the table or spreading awareness, to bring mental health circles into school and truly make this vision a reality. Any awareness or support would help the students see themselves, their emotions, and their potential. And I believe that's what education is truly about. It is about helping students reach their potential. I'd love to be able to be a part of this change and give the students they need to have in their resources, in their toolbox, so that when they're an adult, they know what to do. They don't feel like they need to call someone because they have all the tools in their toolbox already set up. Thank you so much.